Hey, Dia, you're back. Are these two friends of yours? Likewise. There's no need to be so... Anyway, since we've got a newcomer, let me fill you in on what the Khanal. They've become extremely aggressive. Apparently even their own now. They even attack other relics brigades, just the same as any other mercenary brigade.
Even the most ferocious beasts still protect their own. But it sounds like they've thrown that straight to the wind.
That's right. Once they've collected enough loot off the other mercenaries, they sell it off to a different... A portion of their profits is immediately exchanged for more food and weaponry to be used...
That's terrible!
Yeah, and it really makes you wonder why they're so desperate for Mora. A few days ago, Isham and I trailed them for a while, and even disguised ourselves as merchants to conduct trade with them. Rather than saying they're out to plunder and hoard Mora, it'd probably be more
Wait, a power struggle?
You heard me right. The vast majority of their victims are mercenary. If their only goal was Mora, they could have gone after anybody. The targeted nature of their attacks points to a power struggle between... Unfortunately, we weren't able to find out anything more specific. Oh, one last thing we discovered was that over the past few years, as the Khan al-Ahmar became more and more active, death threats...
It sounds mighty strange to me too. Haroon, you can leave the rest of the... Gotta say though, I didn't expect you to go on a whole undercover mission during the...
Nah, it was nothing. We're just as concerned about the situation.
What he said. Besides, Dia, haven't you done more
Yeah! And while they went to talk with Khan al-Ahmar, I took a look at the last... Any survivors of the attack were already long gone. There was nothing of value.
Ah, Hisham and Khalaf.
We rushed over as soon as we saw you come into Caravan Rebat. Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind the ears. Now that we know you'll have a capable partner with you...
Hey! What about Paimon?
Oh, you're...
Of course! Paimon is the Traveler's most important guide, where...
Oh. In that case, then you'd better...
Don't underestimate...
Don't worry about her. She may look tiny and help. Even if she had only survived on sheer luck, then that alone would still make her quite formidable.
I had no idea.
Oh, one other thing, Dia. When you're free, why don't you update the deputy? We held another recruitment event a few days ago, but everyone only came to see the Flame Main. You weren't around. The deputy put a lot of effort into the event, but it was basically for nothing.
Sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to bring him some great liquor next time. I left in a hurry and I...
Gotta admit, I can understand their disappointment, though. You're our brigade's main cell. Now, if only the deputy could figure out a way to bring a few more smoking hot members into...
Keep dreaming. Remember the last time I invited a couple The awkward silence and weird expressions left quite the impression on him. They were
Hey, didn't we agree to never bring that up again?
Huh? Wait, are you serious? What?
I don't think you were part of the brigade.
Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment like that and you weren't even gonna tell me?
All right. We can tell you about it later.
Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham get your butts over here and...
Are they always like this?
More or less. There aren't many rules or graces when it comes to mercenaries. We're used to just speaking our minds. If someone starts getting under your skin, you just yell right back at them. And if that doesn't put an end to it, but we also don't tend to take many things too seriously. Being direct and getting it all out of your system as soon as things come up is better than... That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. If I'm angry, then I'll unload on. Hey, knuckleheads! Can you at least tell me the rest of the intel before you...
Yeah, you hear her, Khalaf? Told you we gotta focus on the investigation first. All you gotta do is wait and ambush them in the...
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my...
Will do. You stay safe.
This should be the place. Let's find a spot to hide. It's gonna come down to a fight one way or another. So let's all...
No need to worry. He knows it.
I'm not worried about that. What I meant is that we probably shouldn't go too hard. Here they come. You ready? Let's not give them a chance to react.
Everyone hold hands.
Dissipate!
That's close enough.
Let me weave you a verse. Look alive!
You won this one. You're the Flame Mane.
Good. That saves me an introduction. All right, time for a little talk. Are you buddies?
You know the code of being a mercenary just like everyone else. The first rule is to never divulge key.
That might have worked on an amateur, but I know you're just looking to protect your reputation. Think about it, though. What's your reputation worth if you won't have the other tools you need to succeed in this life? You've got 5 seconds. You might want to think twice about how much your employer...
Whoa!
I'm not joking around. We can do this the easy way or the 2 seconds.
I'll save you the trouble.
Huh? Are you crazy? He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search the area for any first aid supplies. I definitely didn't expect him to go that far. Thankfully, the wound wasn't too deep.
But why would he be so extreme?
I just wanted to test his mettle. You can get a lot of mercenaries to talk just by threatening them. I didn't expect him to be willing to go through so much pain just to deny us some intel.
Well, he's out cold for now. We could wait for him to wake...
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be a waste of time to interrogate him. There are lots of goods around here. I'm really sorry.
We found a piece of paper with a bunch of names on it. Maybe...
Let me take a look. If this really is a merchant Yep. I see an entry for Dakana Lakmar right here. Kusela, Idrisi, Bashar, and Takriti. All familiar names. Dakana Lakmar has been trading for a hefty supply of food. This caravan is just one link in their logistics chain. Once in the rainforest, that person will then pack the caravan full of necessary goods. Wait, why is there no Mora value recorded for the final transaction?
No value?
Yeah. Every transaction before the last one was marked with an exact amount of Mora. But the final one, where they paid for every... perhaps. But they couldn't have known how much they would make off selling the loot. Do they not care? Anyway, the next part's the records of the goods themselves. There are a lot of entries. Everything was Huh?
What's wrong?
Was geht?
Shazamon Homayani?
Homoyani? You mean Dunyarzad's could it just be a...
I'd be surprised to find someone with the exact same first and last name. Shazamon... Just what the heck is going on here? I'm sorry, you're right. But what this piece of paper confirms is that the Homayani family has been provided...
What if the Homayanis have been kept in the dark and don't know...
That's a possibility. But if that was the case, why
Philipp?
is this caravan specifically named
Was geht?
Shazamon as the person of... They could have
Philipp,
just
hast du
as
die My
easily
Hero
bought
Folge
goods
gesehen?
such as
Ich
food
habe die My
and
Hero
silver
Folge
with
schon
the
gesehen, ja.
caravan Rebot or Port
Wie
Ormuz.
findest du diese My Hero
Yeah,
Folge?
fun
Absolut
and
krank.
violence and looting. The brigade gets the goods, and
Und ich habe schon Bock auf die nächste.
Why would he do something like this?
I honestly have no idea. I've been to their
Ich muss sagen, ich finde sie auch absolut krank. Aber es ist leider gottlos. Inwiefern ist es gottlos? Es ist eine absolut geile Folge und es ist auch absolut gut animiert gewesen. Aber im Manga war es echt besser.
Ja,
Ja, da wurde wahrscheinlich Deko noch brutaler dargestellt. Da, keine Ahnung, sah halt wahrscheinlich noch mehr Blut verschmiert aus und sowas, denke ich mal, oder? Und noch übel zugerichtet, wahrscheinlich. Yep.
Mystery.
Ja, aber, weißt ja, die tun das ja immer ein bisschen abschwächen, so mäßig.
If you ask me, I'm not worried. It's too early to make a verdict yet. Let's go find my lady again. We'll tell her if we're
Und wie war Arbeit?
we can not only figure out the mystery of this paper, but
Soweit eigentlich ganz gut.
Are you sure this is the best decision? What if
Okay.
considered that possibility. But even still, she showed genuine concern for me when we first brought up the topic. That's not how I deal with people.
you're right? Paimon wants to trust Dunyarzad too.
Yeah. Let's pick.
Soweit eigentlich ganz gut.
We're back, my lady.
Oh, you're back a lot sooner than I expected. You mustn't have run
Ja,
into
aber
any trouble then.
ist schon traurig, dass bis jetzt noch keiner da war.
How did it go?
Actually,
Noch gar nicht?
we were still investigating. It's just that
Ich glaube, ich bin seit 12 oder so bin ich an.
Jetzt weiß ich auch, warum mir das im Manga besser gefällt als im Anime. Ich habe dir das Panel mal rausgesucht. Schau dir das mal an. Im Anime haben sie zu weit reingezoomt. Da sieht man ihn nicht komplett. Das macht das ein ganz klein bisschen.
Was, da sieht man Deko nicht komplett, oder was?
Ja, ja. Schau dir das Manga-Panel mal an, was wir damals bekommen haben.
It's okay, my lady. It's not
Ja,
so
Moment,
much
mein
about
Handy
me
lädt
being
gerade.
upset with my
Ja, und das ist jetzt auch noch ein bisschen abgeschnitten, sage ich mal. Ich musste unten noch was wegschneiden, weil es wäre nicht weiter gewesen.
Okay, Gott sei Dank.
Naja.
Da wäre wahrscheinlich schon die nächste Szene von der nächsten Folge drin gewesen, oder wie?
Ja. Tatsächlich genau von der nächsten Folge.
Ja, das wäre halt Gott.
Ja, so groß, so schlimmer Spoiler wäre es jetzt nicht gewesen, aber trotzdem. Muss ja nicht sein.
Ja, muss ja nicht. Zeig mal. Ja, okay. Ja, das sieht schon brutal aus. Aber der, ohne Witz, das ist halt auch schon wieder so eine typische Situation. Klar, wenn du Manga kennst, denkst du dir so, hätte besser sein können. Wenn du halt wieder nur Anime kennst, denkst du dir halt so, Digga, Deko sieht halt schon wie ein Motherfucker aus.
Ja.
So, als wäre er einfach der Endboss von dem Anime.
Allgemein muss ich echt sagen, hat es für mich My Hero Academia geschafft. Vom Manga bis jetzt auf jeden Fall. Und auch bis jetzt alles, was im Anime war.
Mhm.
Digga, ich bin fast gewillt, dem Anime eine 10 von 10 zu geben.
Echt?
My lady,
Ja.
please prepare yourself for what we're
The master. Okay.
Also,
Also My Hero ist safe mit in meiner Top 10. Aber
Don't worry
hundertprozentig.
about me.
Das auf jeden Fall.
Listen,
Aber ich würde My Hero, also ich feiere My Hero auch schon extrem, aber ich würde ihm keine 10 von 10 geben. Ich würde ihm 9 oder 9,5 geben.
yeah.
Ja.
Weil 10 von 10 ist halt bei mir einfach Demon Slayer und My Hero kommt einfach nicht an Demon Slayer bei mir ran. Das geht
Warte
einfach
ab.
noch nicht.
Warte ab, du was sagst.
Ja,
Diese
aber
Aussage musst du noch
halt jetzt
zurücknehmen.
du bist jetzt schon wieder beim Manga-Ding. Du bist halt schon
Ja,
wieder
nochmal.
komplett durch My Hero durchgegangen.
Digga, ich sag doch so wie es ist. Ich habe eigentlich gedacht, weil im Manga war der Fight gegen Lady Nagant auch wirklich richtig gut so.
but agree with
Aber es war halt
You mean you
trotzdem kein Fight so,
Thank you for sharing all this
wo du sagst, Digga, das ist Nonplusultra All Might gegen All for One. Logischerweise, weil Lady Nagant ist nicht so stark wie All for One und so weiter,
Ja.
ne? Und hat auch nicht die Ausmaße und ist ja eigentlich auch immer noch, ne, kein super Villain. Aber
Ja,
trotzdem war das im Anime
die denkt
echt
halt so ein bisschen
richtig
anders,
gut
aber
gemacht.
die ist ja jetzt nicht wirklich.
Ja, aber
böse.
ich fand den Kampf im Anime echt richtig gut.
Ja, der war auch richtig gut.
Der war im Manga schon, wenn ich von Kämpfen ausgehe, so eine 7 von 10, aber im Anime war der einfach auch eine 7 von 10. Das haben die 1:1 perfekt umgesetzt.
Ja.
Der war einfach geil. Haben
Ich
sie
hab
gut
den auch
gemacht.
gefühlt.
Hat mich richtig gefreut.
Nur das Ende war nicht so schön.
well.
Ja gut, Lady Nagant ist halt ein cooler Charakter an sich, finde ich.
Ja, aber fand ich halt schon wieder scheiße eigentlich, weil die war eigentlich so ein cooler Charakter und ja, kaputt.
Digga, frag mal, wie heißt der Miss Midnight?
Du meinst die
Fucking dead, this bitch.
Digga, das habe ich halt
Fucking
auch
dead.
eigentlich gar nicht gefühlt, ne?
Das war auch der einzige Tod, wo ich sagen muss, den habe ich nicht ganz verstanden, weil sie von einem Stein gehittet wurde, zu Boden gefallen ist, auf dem Boden gekauert hat und dann einfach verreckt ist so, hä?
Nee, die ist doch, das hat man doch, also im Anime hat man das doch zumindest gesehen, die wurde doch von einem Stein gehittet, ist dann zu Boden gefallen und dann wurde die dann nicht durchlöchert so ein bisschen? Von so Dornen oder sowas? Oder war das, nee, war das Dings? Nee, das war doch die, ja, aber trotzdem, den Fall, den die abbekommen hat, den Stein, den die abbekommen hat, also hätte man sagen können, ja, das überlebt die, aber ja, wo man halt dann die Szene gesehen hat. Aber da dachte ich mir halt auch so, ja, warum musste man die jetzt unbedingt umbringen, so?
Sorry we put
Ich habe das auch nicht so gefeiert.
It's okay, Paimon. I should actually be
Das war wahrscheinlich auch einfach so, ja, die kannte man halt schon seit Anfang an und die ist halt jetzt tot, so mäßig, ja, halt ohne Opfer, so geht's halt nicht.
Jo.
Nee, aber, also mein Hypo ist gerade schon echt an einem richtig geilen Punkt. Das macht so Bock, jede Folge zu schauen.
Vertrau mir. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, wie weit die Folge davon weg ist. Ich muss jetzt nochmal ganz kurz nachschauen, wie das Quirk heißt. Weil in der Anime-Folge wurde ja auch schon gesagt, von wegen ausländischer Helden und so weiter, ne? Hast du mitbekommen,
ja.
Endeavor hat so telefoniert und bla bla bla. Oder
ja,
Hawk,
dass sie Unterstützung kriegen vom Ausland, genau.
Genau. Digga, Maschallah.
Kommt da auch noch ein Charakter, den du übelst feierst, oder was?
Ja.
Ja, dann werde ich den wahrscheinlich... Ich glaube, ich werde ihn erkennen und wahrscheinlich auch feiern, wenn du es schon so sagst.
Also was heißt übel feiern? Ich mag den Charakter, aber nicht den Charakter an sich, sondern eher
Seine
wegen
Fähigkeit.
der Backstory und
Oh.
wegen der Fähigkeit. Die Fähigkeit ist einfach
10 von 10 sagst du? Okay. Aber nicht so vom Charakter oder vom Design von dem. Das meinst du, oder?
Ah, jetzt weiß ich wieder, wie Squawk heißt, okay.
Thank you for coming, sir. Please allow me to introduce these two. This is the traveler.
Ah, yes, my
Ich würde
daughter
gerne einfach nur
has
wissen,
mentioned
wann du
them from time
auftauchst.
to time, but
Stopp.
we may skip all the pleasantries.
Well, we wanted to bring this transaction record to your...
So that's what you found.
If you wouldn't mind, we'd like...
Boah, fuck, was waren wir?
It's a long and difficult story. What I do know, though, dear, is that the truth...
Also im Manga ist der erste Auftritt Chapter 329.
Yes, I understand perfectly why you came to see me.
Okay, und wie weit sind wir jetzt aktuell von Manga-Stand her?
Ich glaube 316.
Okay.
Ich glaube, das Chapter, also die Anime-Folge hieß ja Freunde. Das Chapter damals hieß nämlich auch Friends. Digga, das ist auch immer noch eins meiner Lieblingschapter gewesen. Ich glaube, das ist Chapter 320.
Okay.
Das kann ich auch mal schnell nachschauen.
His heartfelt efforts. I've made it this far in life
Schauen wir
without a
mal schnell
single
nach, was
drop of my
320
father's
ist.
support. I have my own ideals and ways of looking at the world, as well as people and causes that I've chosen to cherish. I came here today to support you as the head of the Homiyani family.
I understand. Our family once needed to take a trip to the desert when Dunyarzad was just a baby. Along the way, we were attacked.
Ja,
They
okay.
had superior numbers and quickly overpowered our bodyguards. When all seemed lost, those Eremites were Kusela's brigade. Kusela's men told me that the attackers were Eremite mercenaries.
Also Chapter 320 ist die nächste Anime-Folge.
I was shocked.
Ja, aber da wird er noch nicht vorgestellt, oder?
Nee, 29. Also Chapter 29, 329 ist da, was ich meine.
He said that he had no particular reason to help us. He just took pity on us because he had a daughter about the same. We started talking about our children, and I said to repay his kindness. I hired his brigade to help out at our estate.
So, that's what happened.
It was many years before I saw him again. I almost didn't recognize him the next time he came knocking on my door. The man I knew to be strong and healthy had been reduced.
So, what happened to him? He was perfectly fine when I left the brigade.
I'm not too sure myself. The only thing that didn't change was his cheery disposition. He then suddenly asked me if Dunyarzad
Ja, aber Mike,
that she had grown.
Ja.
du hast doch gemeint, Attack on Titan geht auch weiter.
Ja.
Aber das ist doch... Wo läuft denn das? Läuft das auch auf Crunchyroll?
Naja, sagen wir mal so, Crunchyroll war gestern down.
Echt?
Und das, obwohl die Folge noch nicht mal rausgekommen ist.
Ja, ich hab, weißt du, ich habe das Cover, weißt du, ich habe Crunchyroll App gestartet und direkt das Cover Attack on Titan OMU. Habe so gedacht, okay, Yalla kommt direkt rein.
Ja, ist aber noch nicht drauf, ne?
Ja, ist noch gar nicht drauf so. Hä?
Ja, Attack on Titan hat es halt einfach mal wieder geschafft, Crunchyroll in den Arsch zu ficken. Digga, die Folge war noch nicht mal draußen und es haben so viele Leute anscheinend darauf gewartet, dass Crunchyroll einfach offline gegangen ist. Ich schwöre, das hat bis jetzt noch kein anderer Anime geschafft. Und Attack on Titan macht es einfach zweimal.
Ja, aber Attack on Titan ist halt auch gerade schon mies Peak. Also das macht halt auch gerade übelst Bock. Der Dings, sag's mir, der Cliffhanger war halt auch insane.
Yes, but not just because of that. From the moment that he asked me for that favor, and that's also why I tried to persuade you to stay when you asked for permission to leave. I was with Kusela saved my daughter and I all those years ago in the desert. I could never refuse him.
He was always like that.
Ah, 329 ist so ein ekelhaftes Chapter.
I refused to take any Mora from him, but eventually I just accepted them as a token of his gratitude. And that went on. The letter contained a request to help him by...
Wait! Isn't that around the time that Dekana Al-Ahmar...
That's right. When I started to hear some nasty rumors out, but by then, he was no longer receptive to my requests to talk. If I had to guess, it's probably because that thought occurred to me as well. I figured that he probably came. After some deliberation, I decided to send him some food and medicine. I turned down all his... I am aware that even such a reduced gesture of support could lead to others coming to... In the end, it probably was the wrong decision.
If you can, please tell me where he is now. None of the things he's doing right now make any sense if he's just trying to keep me from getting tangled up in his world. If all he wants to do is steer clear of me, then maybe he shouldn't have brought me into this world in the first place.
Oh no. Dia, please don't...
I'm just angry because I can't wrap my head around any of his actions. Another way? I don't know. I knew him, but I guess you do have a point. We haven't uncovered the whole truth yet. We still...
I'll do my best to help. Of course, anything between the two of you. I don't know Kusela's exact whereabouts. Outside of supplying his brigade with some... However, there's a man on the list named Jawed. He used to be a mercenary in the desert and is now a member. He's responsible for supplying weapons and liaising with the Deccan Allah. I've heard that he likes to have a few drinks alone and enjoy the cool wind at night outside the town.
Understood. Thank you, sir. Then
I'll stay and be with my father here. To be honest, my father has indeed done something wrong, but if I think about it, I feel like our only course of action is to turn...
Yes. I am prepared to accept. It's time to face.
Ja, aber Mike, und ich hätte jetzt auch noch ganz schön schnell Links gemacht. Sag's mal. Die Dea Quest, dann noch das Event. Und wenn dann immer noch keiner da gewesen wäre, wäre ich einfach aufgegangen. Oder was heißt off? Halt aus allem raus. Und dann hätte ich mir nochmal Demon Slayer angeschaut. Dass ich mich ein bisschen drauf hype. Auf die neue. Auf den Film, der am Dienstag kommt.
Ja, ich würde dir so gerne gerade einfach nur das Chapter schicken.
Keep your voice down. How do you come with me? We should take this elsewhere.
Vor allem, ich glaube, das ist halt wirklich bloß 2 Anime-Folgen weg.
This place should do. Alright.
Ja, du glaubst gar nicht, wie sehr Bock ich schon auf die nächste Folge habe, ne? Also.
Weißt du, was das Problem ist? Das wirst du nicht mehr sehen. Scheiße. Wir sind bei Folge 22, ne?
Ja.
Ja, nee, siehst du nicht mehr.
Doch.
Nee, weil selbst wahrscheinlich, wenn es bis 25 geht.
Warte, um was geht's jetzt? Bis der Typ auftaucht, von dem du meinst, oder um was geht's jetzt gerade?
Ich habe nie gesagt, dass es ein Typ ist.
Ja, die Person halt, Mann.
Ich habe nie gesagt, dass es eine Person ist.
Geh doch deinen Vater ficken, du weißt doch, was ich meine, du Arschloch.
Oh, Digga, ich hab gar nicht dran gedacht, dass das von My Hero 6. Staffel ja schon Folge 22 war jetzt.
Mhm. Die ist fast vorbei.
Das ist ja geil. Ja, Digga, selbst wenn es bis 25 geht, dann ist die Staffel halt trotzdem vorbei.
Ja, die wird halt, 24 wird es halt enden, so.
Ja, oder 25.
Glaube ich nicht. Alle Staffeln haben nur so 24 Folgen. Kann ich mir nicht vorstellen, dass die 25... Also, wäre geil, aber kann ich mir nicht vorstellen. Aber weißt du, was ich in der Folge auch richtig ehrenlos fand?
Hm?
Wo All for One einfach so den gleichen Spruch droppt wie All Might gegenüber Deko.
Ja,
Digga,
hat ihn ja so richtig wütend gemacht.
Digga, das ist so asozial gewesen.
All for One ist ein richtig guter Villain.
Mhm.
Ihr Wichser schon mal.
Wie Michael Jackson. Das ist auch ein richtig guter.
Naja, Staffel 2 hat 26 Folgen.
Echt?
Ja. Weil Staffel 1...
Ja gut,
warte mal.
wie gesagt, wir können nur abwarten. Aber ich hab schon echt mies Bock. Wo ist denn der Scheiß?
26, 25, 27, 27, 22. Die Chance ist hoch, dass wir 25 bekommen. Weil die, wo 27 drin sind, sind glaube ich immer 2 Special-Folgen, ne? Ja, okay, dann wären es 25 Folgen. Würde ich mal sagen. Dann hättest du 3 mal 25, einmal 26. Philipp, freu dich also auf noch 3 Folgen.
Mhm. Ja, aber dann kommt halt diese Person. Oder der Charakter,
Vielleicht.
den du meintest.
Sie können auch einen Gottlosen pullen und den erst in der nächsten Staffel, die das zeigen.
Okay.
Wobei ich tatsächlich jetzt gar nicht mehr weiß, was in den nächsten 2 Chaptern passiert, weiß ich sogar noch. Das ist jetzt auch dann die nächste Anime-Folge, aber was danach passiert, weiß ich tatsächlich gar nicht mehr. Da kann ich mich nicht mehr dran erinnern. Die nächste Folge wird auf jeden Fall sehr wild.
She's so...
Enough fighting. We all know each other, and I don't want to take things too far. Just bring Kusela to me. There's no use hiding him. Did you understand a single word I just said? Or do I need to...
All right, everyone, let's all just calm down for a sec. Dia, the boss, he died a long time ago.
What?
Seems like you've been out of the loop for a while. Guess that's for the best, though.
When did he die? What happened to him?
A few years ago, Kusela broke up Dakano Ahmed and went to the Deshret's relics head.
We would prefer to call it taking revenge. Every last person in Deshret's relics must pay in blood for what they did.
Let me start from the beginning. Dia, do you know how the head of the...
Overwhelming strength and unquestionable authority?
Those were part of it, yes. But just those on their own weren't enough. Regardless of whether they joined by their own will or were coerced, every person in Deshret's, whether it be their deepest sin, some unforgivable act, or their most immoral exploit, the records serve both as a symbol of loyalty. That's precisely it. Every one of us have a record. Me, Bashar, Tikriti, and all. But you, Dia, you were never asked to provide.
I never even knew this was a requirement.
You were probably the only person in all of Deshret's relics who didn't.
Ever since you were born, Boss had been trying to shield you from this organ. Not only that, but he also banned all of us from committing any nefarious acts. He said he'd take care of the dues we had to pay. But in the end, he was just an ordinary person. What could he... He was forced to go to headquarters again and again to account for missed dues and incomplete records. He'd come up with all kinds of excuses and get...
We all knew he was doing that for you. He wanted to get you out of this world, no matter what it...
And that's why he became a shell of himself and couldn't walk with...
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. I didn't know about any of this.
Because you were too young at the time. How would you ever tell between wounds from a beating when you left home after that final argument with him? He seemed to age by a decade overnight. Even his hair went gray.
So, even the blazing beasts were...
Yep. It was all his doing. Had he not arranged them to come to you, you probably would have been...
A few years ago, Boss said he needed to make another trip to headquarters. He was already pretty weak then, and we all assumed... I suggested that he hand the role of leadership over to me, but he said there was no longer any need. His words made no sense to me. But that night,
Philipp,
we heard that massive
wo hast du
fire
Attack on Titan
Everyone
aufgehört?
gained their freedom that night. Many members fled, not just from our race,
Da,
but from
aktuelle
other
Folge halt,
races as
was es gab. Also man hat, wie hat denn das geändert? Ich glaube, man hat Eren gesehen, wie er halt komplett als Titan da aussah.
Also wo das Rumbling gestartet hat.
Ja, wo die alle schon losgezogen sind und dann hast du ihn. Ich glaube, die Staffel endet genau da, wo die ganzen Titans auf die Insel kommen. Also, die sind ja durchs Meer gelaufen und die sind jetzt auf der Insel angekommen und man hat halt Eren in voller Gestalt mal gesehen. Und dann endet aber die Staffel. Oder die Folge.
Ah, okay.
But
Also
how
die
could
neue
we
Folge
live
ist auf jeden
with
Fall
the
schon draußen,
conscience?
nur nicht auf Crunchyroll,
All
glaube
of
ich.
us who knew exactly what had happened.
The boss can't have just died for nothing. Those heartless jerks at
From that point on, the sole purpose of the big fire that Boss started was quite a blow to headquarters strength. Even though we're outnumbered, we vowed to see our revenge through to the very
Hallo,
end.
hallo.
There were
Hallo,
people from
Attack
headquarters who
on Titan,
changed their
wo bist
names
du?
and went into
Bitte,
hiding.
bitte.
Some
It's
fled to
dark.
other brigades, but we won't let any of them escape our wrath.
We've suffered plenty of losses as well. To keep, all we can do is exchange our loot from Mora, and then use
Isn't this
that to get
special?
supply. We forged Boss's handwriting and sent out many letters to his former friends. Thankfully, many people were... We were also able to attract many mercenaries who shared our goal. We've endured unspeakable pain to win. Deshret's relics have become weaker and weaker, and now we finally have an opportunity.
Paimon doesn't know what to say anymore.
Ah, doch, die neue Folge ist draußen.
Ist jetzt auf Crunchyroll oder was?
Ja, ich sehe auch gerade, warum das wahrscheinlich ein bisschen länger gedauert hat. Die geht eine Stunde.
Eine Stundenfolge?
Ja, eine Stunde,
Geil.
55 Sekunden.
Geil.
Eine Stunde, eine Minute und noch
Ich
ein
liebe
bisschen.
1-Stunden-Folgen.
As for me, I never considered, but
Das heißt, ja gut, aber die werde ich mir jetzt nicht direkt gönnen. Die werde ich dann heute Abend erst schauen.
Ich war nämlich nur verwirrt, weil da steht Season 4, Episode... Also vorher steht Season 4, Episode 87. Das war wahrscheinlich die letzte, die du gesehen hast. Morgendämmerung.
Ja, kann sein.
Und da steht Season 4, dann E für Episode und dann steht SP1. Ich habe gedacht, das ist für Special 1, aber Attack on Titan hat ja für seine Specials ein eigenes Raster. Das heißt, es ist tatsächlich wirklich einfach nur eine normale Folge. Nee, ich lese den ersten Kommentar darunter, mir geht's mental nicht gut.
Gottlos.
Ist anscheinend vor 15 Stunden, nee, vor 16 Stunden online gekommen.
Wahrscheinlich ist die vor 16 Stunden online gekommen. Ich habe legit vor 2 Stunden, wo ich auf dem Handy saß, schnell geguckt, ob die online ist. Cap.
Paimon feels like we'd only regret it if we don't see the...
Thank you. We'll be a lot.
I bet Boss would lose his mind.
But considering all the losses and injuries we sustained, we can't
He can think whatever he wants. But the fact is, I owe him.
Ja, alle beschweren sich, Crunchyroll komplett unverständlich beim Hochladen. Ach, Digga.
Ja, aber was?
Ob ihr jetzt den einen Tag mehr gewartet habt für eine 1-Stunden-Folge, Junge.
Ja, juckt doch nicht. Hauptsache sie kommt. Auf Crunchyroll.
Eben. Sie ist jetzt da, du kannst sie anschauen. 1 Stunde, gönn dir.
Wir müssen dann wieder
Einfach
eine
geil.
Woche warten, so.
Ja.
Es juckt doch überhaupt nicht. Ja, solange man nicht gespoilert wird oder so.
Ich habe nämlich gerade den TikTok schon gesehen von Attack on Titan was und hab so gedacht, das ist tatsächlich schon ziemlich weit im Manga so. Also nahe am Ende, was da passiert ist, und deswegen habe ich gedacht, okay, dann gucke ich mal nach und habe so gesehen, aha, da gibt's eine Folge, da ist genau das passiert.
Mhm.
Aber das heißt auch, dass das jetzt wirklich das finale Ende ist.
Echt? Also jetzt
Nach
wirklich
der Staffel kommt nichts mehr, ne.
sicher.
Yep.
Das hab ich irgendwo schon mal gehört.
Nee, nach der Staffel kam jetzt nichts mehr. Ich habe damals schon gesagt, wenn sie das mit der Staffel beendet hätten, mit der letzten, dann wäre das echt gerusht gewesen so. Also da hätten die jetzt noch so viel reinpacken müssen, das ganz schwierig.
Wunderkrise.
Ja, vor allem wie die Folge schon anfängt, ich hab's gerade schon gesehen. Oh.
Göttlich. Ich hab schon echt mies Bock. Aber du schaust jetzt nicht direkt, oder?
Was, nein? Dann würde ich dich ja alleine lassen, du arme Sau.
Ja, richtig. Weil wenn du jetzt gesagt hättest, ja, dann hätte ich sie halt auch angeschaut.
Ja, wenn du sie gucken willst, kannst du sie ruhig gucken.
Nein. Also ich habe schon Bock, aber jetzt nicht so, dass ich sage, boah, ich muss das sofort sehen. Ich habe jetzt, wie lange ist jetzt schon her, dass die letzte Folge rauskam? Auch schon wieder ein Jahr, oder?
Nein, ich glaube ein Jahr noch nicht. So ein halbes, Dreivierteljahr, oder? War das nicht erst Winter letztes Jahr?
Oh nee, das
so November oder so?
War das nicht sommermäßig?
Nee, oder?
Ach, keine
Ich weiß es tatsächlich gar nicht mehr.
Ja, ich weiß es auch nicht mehr.
Da bin ich gerade absolut unhilflich.
Ja, juckt denn nicht. Okay, was passiert hier? Kann ich überhaupt? Okay, geht nicht.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of the one. Heartless.
Ich warte eigentlich nur darauf, dass Henning online kommt und ich Epic spielen kann.
Everyone hold hands. Our bond is strong. Let me weave you a burst.
Schau mal, Epic sind Schockrein, das habe ich noch gar nicht gemacht.
I see everything. Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
Mike, ich hab so Bock auf die nächste Woche.
Hey, you guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped in here.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this,
Don't worry about us. We knew something like this could happen. Let's go. We can't let the boss stab.
Let's check if there's another way. The sooner we can make it through to help the...
Let's see.
Tja.
I think I see a way through over there.
Ah, ich glaube am Dienstag kommt anscheinend dann schon das neue Collection Event in Apex.
Hm?
Ich weiß immer noch nicht, was ich von diesem Kryptoskin halten soll.
Aber Bildschirm an. Und Zeug.
Oh. Einerseits finde ich ihn geil, andererseits finde ich ihn kacke.
Ich kann es ja gleich sagen, aber gut ist er nicht. So viel, ich bin nicht Experte auf diesem Gebiet. Dreh mal. Hm. Ja, es ist schwierig. True. Ich weiß nicht, irgendwie hat er schon was, aber irgendwie sieht es so aus, als ob man zwei Genre miteinander verbinden wollte und es nur so zu 50% funktioniert hat. Aber ich glaube, ich würde ihn trotzdem spielen. Einfach mal um was Neues zu haben. So scheiße sieht er ja jetzt nicht aus. Aber es sieht auch nicht so aus, als ob das so wirklich zueinander passt. Ah. Der Stickdrift wird auch immer schlimmer. glaube, jetzt muss ich mir dann wirklich bald einen neuen Controller kaufen.
Let's get it on. Another mechanism like the one before, but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
We just need to adjust it a little.
Oh. Ah. Mike, hast du schon den Probelauf gemacht in Dings?
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword. Let me weave you a verse.
You're dead meat.
Wie weit warst du jetzt echt mal in der Story schon? Ist es schon aktuell? Oder fehlen dir immer noch so ein paar Quests?
Oder was? Oder was?
Und Genshin.
Ich war noch nicht mal zum Morgen.
Aua. Was ist das für ein Wave-Skin?
Hast du den noch nie gesehen?
Ist dieser Kapuzenskin von der?
Mhm.
Ist aber auch aus einem Event, oder nicht?
Den gab's mal so zu kaufen.
Echt?
Den hab ich mir geholt. Ja.
Der sieht aber auch fresh aus.
Ja, ist auch einer der geilsten, finde ich.
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it through from the other side, but as a desert dweller,
Was mache ich jetzt? Spiele ich Ranked? Spiele ich nicht Ranked? Spiele ich was anderes?
You have no
run. Had I wanted to, I witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relics. Even if I could leave this place behind, even now, my brothers and I still the greatest should never live to remember their full.
So you want to go out in a blaze of glory?
Let us draw our weapons. We will. They are but two. While we. Wave one, charge! Eliminate them.
I'll be back. You don't think that you've won. We're just getting started. We'll meet again.
King Deshret will not abandon any one of his followers.
you all just want to die?
None of us plan to leave this place alive!
They're dead meat!
But we'll meet again.
The commander has finally fallen.
But they're still coming at us! This place is like a gladiator's ring.
Yes! Keep fighting! There's no need to fear, and no need—
When the next wave comes, try to draw away their attacks. I'm going to see if I can take out that high...
Hat er denn gesagt, dass er gleich ankommt?
Nö.
Come and
Ah.
face me, Michel!
Du gehst einfach nur davon aus, dass er ankommt.
So they've broken
Ja.
through the—
Apologies, Lord Michal. They fight like absolute...
Wenn du nicht tot bist.
So, it would seem like this.
Time to pay for everything you've done, Michel.
You think I would get— I will be buried in the sand, alongside all the rest—
Hey, wait!
We were too late.
It's over. There's no more need to fight. But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride...
Hey, dear! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Let's go.
Ah. Ich habe das Rätsel gelöst.
Welches?
Wenn ich so normal auf Gegner drauf spray. Okay, ist jetzt ein schlechtes Beispiel. Dann treffen nicht so viele Schüsse, wenn ich vorher aber ziele.
Who are you filthy rats?
Sind die
Why are
Schüsse
you always pestering
viel
us?
präziser.
You call yourself a
Mein
member of
Fadenkreuz noch
the
nicht ganz wieder
infamous
oben
Deschrix
ist.
relics and you still can't even tell who's made
Interesting.
it all the way to your...
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? We try to catch a couple. Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of
Was
Kusela?
daneben.
Why would I know? It's not like I'm.
This is your last
Funktioniert
chance.
aber leider mit
Hey,
Shotguns nicht.
I said I don't know anything. If you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the
Oh
records
doch, tatsächlich
yourself?
funktioniert sogar auch
Who can
damit.
remember?
The irony. His life became a light for so many.
Das ist viel länger.
Yet to others, it was... Where's the
Mit der
records
Pike
room?
ist das echt beschissen.
It's right over there. All the files are in there. You can go through them as much as.
I mean the old records room.
The old records room? You mean Kusela? Ah, yeah. Watch your mouth. That's our boss you're talking about. He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we saw him come hobbling in. But in the short time it supposedly took him to take a dump, he'd already gotten away. He couldn't have possibly outrun us if he wasn't a fraud. And after that, Deschret's relics fell.
Stop wasting our time. Every one of us here is perfect. Tell me, where is the old records room?
It's just over there. There's nothing left in there but ashes.
Das wird schon passen.
No human could ever survive that kind of inferno. Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. We'll leave the others here. Spare them no mercy if they...
Ja.
Ja. Dachte ich mir auch gerade.
Unglaublich lecker.
Schade, dass man nicht baggen kann in dem Spiel.
So, this was his final destination. How did he do it?
getting past all the guards with a limp, and if he was nimble enough to do that, then he must have been able to... I'm sorry. I know it's just wishful thinking.
Mike?
Warum Rampart, ja.
Is this a king?
Dings haben wir auch nicht mehr gemacht. Overwatch-Session, um den Battle Pass voll zu ballern. Digga, was ist das für ein Pathfinder-Skin? Der sieht ja auch übelst geil aus.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Let's split up and look around some more. What if something else is...
But what else could survive a fire like
that?
Cutscene.
Thought so.
Wait! Isn't that the toy soldier you played with as a child?
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dia has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dia, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dia, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech. Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
Von der Triple Tech habe ich jetzt nicht so Bock.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad.
Hallo.
Die kommen erst morgen.
Geil.
Ja, aber auch morgen werde ich die einfach dodgen.
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do if she were to wake up, and Paimon said that she would get boatloads of tasty snacks.
Wenn ich keinen Bock hab.
Confused at the time. These opportunities
Was juckt's mich?
So today, Paimon's gonna treat you to a... Hey, come on! Paimon's not that... Anyway, the point is that you should eat to your heart's content. Junior Azad will also be here shortly.
Aw, thanks you two. Honestly, this is very unlike me. My chest was filled with all kinds of intense emotions. They just shook, but when everything came to an end, those emotions also vanished without a trace. It was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me. Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important thing in the... Idrisi and the others all used to say that they would quit if there was no Mora to be had. But when it came... My reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad guy. But look at me now. Despite all my promises about never forgiving him and never trying to understand him, I still went... We're hypocrites. All of us. Yeah, you're right. It's just a pity that we often only recognize...
You're back! Are all of you alright?
Ah, there she is.
Yeah. Many people from the Corps of 30 came over, and I just wrapped up everything with my dad. Huh? Dia, you're look...
Paimon will explain. A lot happened while we were...
I'm sorry. I really should have controlled my emotions better.
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well. Truth be told,
Dia, your pain must be even...
Hey, don't worry about me. If anything, this whole thing is finally... My father probably thought that people could settle into new lives as long as they moved to a new environment. That thought has even crossed my mind a few times. However, there was always something deep within my mind that refused to accept it. But now that I consider it again, it all makes sense.
I understand how you
PC
feel.
Master Race. Eher PC Opfer Race.
I'm now thinking about taking on some small. It's just like Idrisi
Hä,
said.
hab ich nicht,
I also want to catch up to my
Lüge.
father. And even if the ending of the story may be childish and ridiculous.
Gottlos.
Digga, wann habe ich einen Lila Lightmag aufgenommen? Junge, Pathfinder, du nimmst jetzt das Bodyshield.
Right. You said you wanted to get a rug for your family.
We'll come along too.
Was macht nochmal das goldene Schild mittlerweile?
I can't thank you enough for taking care.
No risk. No risk, no fun. Do it.
Das ist doch gar kein Problem für dich, du bist so oder so gay.
Ist so, wenn du einfach stehen bleibst und auf K bist für Essen, nimmt dir keiner übel.
Ja, willst du Ranked spielen?
Was?
Willst du Ranked spielen oder willst du normal spielen?
Spaß.
Ja, dann, das ist eine schwierige Entscheidung, die du zu treffen hast, ne?
Here you are. Finally, I found you.
Hey! Aren't you that mercenary who bit his tongue? Wait, are you here to take...
What are you talking about? Do I look like I could take you all in a fight? Once I woke up, I hurried to the Khan al-Ahmar's camp, but when I got there, I found no one.
Ah, so you probably got there after us.
Yeah, they told me that they had exacted their revenge, and everyone had turned themselves into... I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, I might have... One of the injured members gave this box to me, and told me everything left in the camp will get confiscated, so I figured I should get...
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge and...
So this
Ja, ist es nicht auch mit der beste Spieler?
Dia's father left behind. Huh.
Well, back in the day, the first thing he did with any Mora was spend it on things.
Ja, aber war da nicht schon mehrere Seasons Plat 1?
What's this? It's just a bunch of junk. Ugh, kinda
Perhaps it's just been left unopened.
A handwritten copy of a storybook. The
Imperial
paper's
Hall.
already yellowed, and it looks like it's about to fall apart. It was against the Academia's rules to possess books for personal use.
Ich sag doch so, wie es ist. Ich weiß nicht, durch Hall sind halt auch die ganzen Leute mittlerweile darauf gekommen, dass Amos ist viel zu stark und keine Ahnung was ist. Ich finde es ja okay, dass man darüber diskutiert und ich finde auch, dass Amos echt stark ist. Aber ich glaube, die ganzen Leute vergessen immer wieder, warum Konsolenspieler nicht in ALGs sind. Weil sie zu schlecht sind.
Who even leaves snacks in a box like this anyway? Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, some buttons, a wool scarf.
Ja, alles würde ich jetzt auch nicht sagen. Ja, das schon, aber auf dem PC kannst du schon noch viel cracktere Scheiße machen als nur Tabstrafen. Das kriegst du mit dem Controller nicht hin.
This is just the kind of man he was. He probably saw this box. Two empty liquor bottles. Tell me, you guys.
Huh? There's something in the box.
Oh, you're right.
Ja, weiß ich nicht, so Imperial Hall hat auf auf Controller gewechselt so. Ich sehe einfach bloß einen Clip, Timmy Tapstrife, zack, um ihn rum, Crabber Headshot. Hall nicht mal einen Schuss abgegeben, glaube ich. Ja, aber wie rechtfertigst du das denn, dass ein Pro-Spieler auf Controller geht, weil er sagt, Controller ist so übermächtig, von einem anderen Pro-Spieler aber so komplett dezimiert wird?
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk without a cane anymore, much less go out and have fun. Guess I don't have many days. If you're reading this letter, then I suppose I'm already... You were adorable as a baby. Everyone loved you. And regardless of whether you were crying or... But once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute. It's probably Idris.
Can you believe this guy? He can point the...
Anyway,
Nee, ich fand's einfach bloß witzig, dass er Controller geflammt hat, auf Controller wechselt und dann von einem MK-Player auseinandergenommen wird.
even if you... The reason being that...
Nee, er hat nicht geweint, er saß halt regungslos da und konnte halt gar nichts machen so.
I don't know.
I was quite formidable when I was young.
Ja, ist es auch. Und dann hat er halt irgendwann geswitcht. Ja, und dann haben halt die Leute gesagt, ach schau mal, der hat ja noch nie Controller gespielt, das ist halt auch Schwachsinn. Hall hat schon mal Controller gespielt, Hall hat auch schon Erfahrung mit Controller.
You were so tiny that if the wind blew for just... But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt.
Sounds like you see...
I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about.
Ja, ich kann mich noch an den Hotfix erinnern, wo sie Tapstrifen kurz rausgenommen haben. Taxi, direkt gesagt, er quittet Apex, wo ich mir gedacht habe, ah ja, schau mal an.
Not like I could just tell them that I...
Oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott.
Anyway, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
That's the end of the letter. In the end, he was still thinking of me as a little child. I suppose, or I would have suffocated under the sand alone.
He was a good father to you. The fact that he...
Yeah. It's just a pity.
Do you already have some ideas about the decision that he...
I do. If he first found me alone in the sands, then I just have one wish. That there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart, and that only under his care was I able to grow and mature into the person I...
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us? We go on adventure.
Sure,
Die
I
Schnauze.
appreciate it. I wasn't
Intenser
expecting you
Fight.
to be so enthusiastic.
Ich mute mich irgendwann und er mute mich einfach nicht mehr so.
I'll help too.
Ja, es ist schön, es war beim dritten Mal schon nicht witzig, beim 20. Mal war es auch nicht witzig.
Es ist nie witzig.
Ja, ist es auch nicht. Ich weiß auch nicht, warum Julian da die ganze Zeit drauf rumhacken muss. Halt die Schnauze. Interessiert keinen.
Was für nur Julian? Macht das nicht gefühlt... Achso, nee, du meinst jetzt wegen dem schweren Atmen. Ich dachte jetzt einfach, wenn jemand raged und einer dann so dumme Sprüche loslässt. Ich dachte, darum geht's gerade. Das macht nämlich keinen Spaß. Ich weiß aber auch nicht, warum ihr da so Probleme habt, wenn Mike da so atmet. Mich juckt das halt so gar nicht. Ja, das regt mich halt auch nicht auf, so, weil ich es halt ausmache. Aber bei mir
das wird sich aufgeregt, wenn ich esse, so.
Regt mich auch nicht auf.
Ja.
Weiß nicht. Das juckt mich halt so gar nicht. Außer einer übertreibt es halt komplett, aber wenn jemand das normal macht, so. I don't know. Whatever.
Digga, wo sind die Gegner jetzt hin?
Ja, der Storyquest durch.
Stand with me. Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
The process of elimination.
Mike macht Portale. Tja, wie weit du einfach Portale mittlerweile machen kannst, das ist so illegal.
Good day, you two. It's nice to see you here.
So, got any jobs for...
I'm afraid I'd struggle with the arrival of the Windbloom Festival. The only task most think of this period as the off-season for the Mondstadt brand. Spring is here, love is in the air, and everyone wants to relax and enjoy themselves.
Ew. Gross. You know that feeling you get when you burst out the doors after a nice nap, hoping to make it to the store before the limited edition drinks sell out, only to get there just in time to see the last 2 glasses snatched away right from under your nose by a couple...
What the fuck?
Perhaps you two could simply take this chance.
Traveler! Paimon! Thank goodness I found you. There... Whoa! Sucrose? Go ahead, Sucrose. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. Here's the situation.
Du bist so am okay.
Special ambassador by the Knights of Favonius this year. My task is to do good deeds for people during this festival of gratitude and love. Nice one! So how did they decide who...
They spun an empty bottle donated by Angel's Share inside a circle with all our names on it. Whoever's name the bottle stopped at got chosen. I think so too. But everyone said that it was to make it fair.
Oh, das ist nicht ihr Scheiß Ernst.
The thing is, I'm not great at dealing with people.
Ey,
I was really
Mann.
daunted by it at
Sie hätten nur einen Schuss mitschießen
I
müssen.
came up with a way to spur myself on, which has helped. Have a...
Is that a test tube?
Yep, every time I do a good deed for someone, I get them to breathe into a test tube. That way, I can collect everyone's...
Ach, Scheiße.
Fascinating!
Yes. I believe these breaths of joy will serve as valuable raw materials for alchemical transmutation. With any luck.
Darn, now Paimon's hungry.
Actually, I can't say for sure until I have more test results to confirm my hypothesis, though.
Ausgeblutet oder komplett
So
gerappt?
mustn't make claims they can't live up to.
Komplett gerappt, oder?
Anyway, I'm still missing...
Oh, is that all you need help with? That's easy. Just treat Paimon to a sweet madame. Then you'll get your last breath of joy. Hey, come on! Paimon's So, does it need to be...
No, joy isn't measured in those terms at all. Let me put it this way. Have you ever planted a fruit seed in the same way that those tender, sweet fruits are the product of your time and effort? The amount of joy derived from an... For example, in my case...
85. 85 hätte sie machen müssen. Dann wäre er tot gewesen. Aber sie ist lieber weggerannt.
Similarly, in order to collect a significant amount of joy from other people...
Egal, wenigstens keine Minuspunkte.
Ja, du hast ja Pluspunkte gemacht, oder nicht?
Ja, 27. Ich warte eigentlich bloß drauf, dass in 2 Stunden Broken Moon weg ist. Weil kein Bock auf die Map.
Hm.
I figured since you're such experienced travelers, you might have some ideas. Really? You have a plan?
Well, if he's in, then Paimon will help too. But, if things don't work out... Oh, come on, Traveler. This is a festival of gratitude and...
Excuse me, Sucrose? Could I borrow you for a second? Package for you.
Oh, sure. Be right back.
Wait! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? That's Kale! Let's go say hi! Kale! Hey!
Oh, hey you guys. What are the...
You were staring into space just now.
No, I was just looking at a Mondstadt children's book in the souvenir shop over there. While I was flipping through it, a piece of paper fell out. The writing on it, if you can do these things, you may light the lantern of...
And what does these things refer to?
Find a flower that is not of this world. Find a guide who will never get lost. So, 4 things in total. Here, have a look. I asked a lady who owns the store about it, but she said that she didn't...
Hi there. Sorry to butt in, but... What's...
Oh, it was called The Boar Princess.
That is strange. I've read that book, and it sounds like that note you found has no relation...
Do you know her?
Let Paimon do the honors. Kale, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Euphonius. And Sucrose...
Hello.
Hi.
This is getting awkward fast.
So, Sucrose, what are your thoughts on this?
Without having done any research, I couldn't comment definitively. But if you want my subjective opinion, I don't think that it's a nasty prank or anything. The only people who read children's books are those with a childlike wonder and imagination. Or, would they really do this just to spread lies and ruin someone's innocence?
That's a great take. I love it. Exactly. Who would want to hurt a child's feelings? Okay, so what do you think the
if I had to guess, maybe a fairy that can make people's wish. I haven't read many fairy tales, so this is pure speculation. With no other information on hand or prior.
Wow! Her guesswork is really good, though. I want to pick her butt. Will she find it annoying if I keep asking her questions? We've only just met after all. What's the best thing to say to someone you're meeting for the first time? Well, yes. I mean...
Then, what would you wish for, Kale?
Ach, die wird Rave weggepickt oder was?
I'd wish for a... Huh?
Perfekt.
You can't waste it on that. You've got a great personality already. That's very kind of you. But... Kale! I know that voice. It's...
Kale! Whew. You made good time, huh? You're way earlier than I expected. I spotted your green hair way off in the distance. Good thing my eyes are sharp, or I'd have missed you.
Amber! Have you been doing well? Did you finish all the pita pockets I brought you last time?
You bet. They're getting yummier each time you...
Huh? Wait, remind Paimon, have you... A long time ago, I had a lot of help. So ever since my Elazar got better, I've been looking out for an opportunity to come back to Mondstadt and tell them all the news that I've been cured.
If it's okay with everyone, why don't I take Kale for a walk around town? I'd like to show her some of the places she didn't get to see last time.
Of course. Fine by me.
Sure, go right ahead. Sorry, Amber. I agreed to meet my traveling companions by the city gate in a few minutes, so...
Oh, that's all right. In that case, you guys go rest up, and I'll go see Master Jean to ask for some time off.
Oh, okay.
Traveler Sucrose, could you look after... I'll come get her later and take her out. There's still a whole bunch of people...
Sure, no problem.
Awesome. See you later, then.
You alright there, Kale? You look kinda I'm sorry. I'm just feeling a little shy today. Amber wants to introduce me to more of her friends. Am I gonna be able to... I've only met Sucrose so far, and I'm already struggling to make... I wish I had a little more self-confidence. Then I'd find it much easier to make... it's nearly time!
Why is this humble windmill such a great view?
I mean, it's understandable. It must have been a long time since you last came to Mondstadt.
Because it is the true Great Vayu Viastra? Oh, come on. Don't tell me you don't get it. View, Vayu, and also Mahamatra.
Kainari! Sino! Over here!
Whew, am I glad to see you. And who's this young lady?
Master, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Favonius. We just met. Sucrose, this is my teacher, Tainari. He's a highly respected forest watcher in Sumeru, and he's also a very famous...
Kale's exaggerating. I'm Tainari.
So you have a teacher as well. The pleasure is all...
Yep, he's extremely knowledgeable. And this is General Mahamatra Sino of the Sumeru Academia. He's really famous in...
Greetings. Though if I might say so, we're purely here for personal reasons. You needn't be unduly and Kale, there's no need to use my full title. Sino is fine. Or sir, if you...
Indeed. We're not here in an official capacity. Just to keep Kale...
Keep me company? But it was you two that insisted on coming!
Kale is very important to us. We felt obliged to ensure her safety on the long...
But I've been here on my own loads of times before! What about your work, though? What if something bad happens while...
There should be no issues. I have left my duties in the hands of my subordinates, and two especially...
Oh, Sucrose! What were you saying about you having a teacher's wife?
I was just going to mention that I think we're in a somewhat similar situation.
Oh, please, Sucrose. Genius is an unnecessary epithet. It will serve only to leave an...
Mr. Albedo, but it is an objective truth.
Hey, Albedo's here too! Great! The more the merrier!
So tell me, Sucrose, since your specialty is bioalchemy, what do you know about the antitoxic properties?
Wait! Can we hold off on the nerdy topic for now?
Oh, as it happens, I've studied the calla lily in quite some detail. I wrote a whole report on my findings. If you're interested...
We're supposed to be here on vacation, and you're already thinking about how to improve your herbal medicines? Also, I thought we'd agree...
What new identities?
Mine was Adventurer Sino, skilled desert explorer. Tainari's was technological consultant to the treasure hoarders, and Kale's was very much so.
I do wish some of the less cautious adventurers in the Avidya forest would consider coming to Mondstadt instead. What Philanimo mushrooms lack in texture, they make up for in not causing vomiting or
Are you contemplating using some compounds from the calla lily as active ingredients in a...
Yes, I gathered a few on the way here, and my initial research suggests to me that it could be...
Okay, but... As much as I don't wish to be... It takes a huge amount of experimental data to conclusively prove how different drugs interact. Estimating, add in the time for procurement and delivery of essential materials, and I'm not sure if we could...
Then please, allow me to...
Werde ich getargetet, obwohl beide meiner jetzt viel weit vorne sind als ich. Ich check's nicht.
My tardy entrance in the present discussion. I understand you're looking to make an antidote for... If you happen to have some samples with you, or relevant documentation on hand, but before that, I invite...
Food and lodging arrangements? Was he writing this up the whole time? Paimon didn't even notice!
Hardly. Rather, I should apologize for interrupting a serious discussion between trained professionals, especially after they've traveled so far to be... Nevertheless, I would encourage you to have a knowledgeable local arrange your detailed... Take a look. And should you find anything here...
This is too kind of you. These arrangements are quite excellent.
It looks great! Even Paimon feels like tagging along for the food and board. That's why it's called tagging along!
Very comprehensive. The adventurer, technological consultant.
Just one thing. We'd like the chance to cook as well. Why don't we change the group dinner to a camping and cook...
I'll help pitch the tents!
I can help too.
And Paimon will take him to Good Hunter to order some starters. Mondstadt's cold-cut platter is not to be missed.
Great. Then it's decided. Sucrose and I will bring the three of you to your inn for a quick rest.
Go?
Sure, coming right up. Would you like anything else?
Do we, want anything else? Yay! So you do remember after all! Paimon will give you the sweet flower from that sweet madame as a wind bloom. No need to worry about that!
All right, just a moment.
If that was a wind bloom treat, then Paimon wishes it could be...
Oh, man.
Alright, looks like we're all here.
Not at all. We just came early to set everything up. Kale put up the tent so quickly, but still managed to tie very sturdy knots. I didn't do much apart from passing materials or...
Thanks. It's all thanks to Master and Sino. They taught me everything I know.
What can I say? For a skilled adventurer, this...
Are you quite finished? Or were you going to sing each other's praises till the moon rises? Come on. That sunshine sprat was really very good. I didn't watch you cook it, but I believe that the prominent umami flavor...
That's correct. Any further deductions?
Let me
Der
think.
Peacekeeper-Shot hat ihm jetzt nicht so
The
gefallen.
aroma was quite uniform. Unlike that of a spice blend, it was also, as far as edible Mondstadt plant species are concerned, small lampgrass?
That's right. I've long heard that Sumeru's fish with cream sauce is noted for its gentle texture, which brings out the tenderness of... Here in Mondstadt, we're not quite as varied in the use of spices as in Sumeru, but the principle of bringing certain distinct flavors to the forefront through...
I liked it a lot. I'm curious as to the exact ratio of ingredients.
I'll write a copy of the recipe for you.
Would anyone like to try the nutrient-dense meal I made?
I'll have some.
What about you, Kale? It doesn't look like you've eaten very...
No. I just don't eat a lot. Sorry. I didn't...
Tighnari. While we were on the road, we spotted something white, walking on two legs.
Which day was this?
Just after passing through Stonegate.
Schade.
Sino, are you sure your eyes were working that day? Or maybe your hood? Paimon always flies. There's no way she'd ever walk.
Is that right? I thought that you'd made me snacked on too many local ground nuts. No? Not funny? Ground, you know. As in ground up, but also the ground. Ground nuts make you fall to the ground.
Think of this as part of a process of getting to know Sino. The bright side, these jokes show...
Still, we could test the hypothesis.
What hypothesis?
That plant species indigenous to Mondstadt may have an effect on the motor functions of...
Hey! Paimon's not your test anyway! By your logic, wouldn't that mean that eating, say, Zaitun peaches, that would make a sick Paimon peach... Hey! Not you two! I think the Traveler and Paimon's conversations are more entertaining than...
I see. You must...
You seem much cheerier now that you're here in Mondstadt, Sino. Actually, feels...
That's because I'm Sino the Adventurer. It's not?
In fairness, you only saw him in his work mode while you were in Sumeru. He's actually like this most of the time when he's in a good mood.
Yep, it's true. Sometimes when he's eating, he'll grumble about how the bowl is too shallow for the amount of food it contains and other random stuff like that.
I understand. Then allow me to reintroduce myself. Before, you knew me as...
Yeah, so that's another thing he does. He'll keep repeating something he thinks is funny until you stop trying.
So you have two different mental states? Almost like different phases of...
I think in your case, the two states we would end up with would be highly conscientious... Oh, by the way, was there any reason in particular that you chose...
Oh, well, Lisa once told me that the Windbloom Festival is one of I wanted to take this opportunity to give everyone a Windbloom, as a token of my heartfelt gratitude for everything.
Plus, it was a good chance for Kale to get out and meet some new people.
Kale Lily.
What?
Kale's Windbloom. Maybe she should call it a Kale Lily. It sounds very Mondstadt. There's also Kale Flower, which would technically make more sense. But somehow...
Moving swiftly on...
Wow, he just completely ignored the joke and carried on the conversation.
Sumeru's been through some major changes recently, and things at work have only just started to calm down. I don't get many opportunities to take a vacation, and this was a chance to join Kale on her trip while also learning a few things about Mondstadt's flora and fauna that I'll be able to pass on to my peers.
How about you, Sino?
I came to ensure Kale's safety.
That's just an excuse. Plain and simple.
Also, there's the matter of a Genius Invocation TCG custom-made card back.
Aha! So you did have an ulterior motive.
Have you all played Genius Invocation TCG before? And that is why I am proud to call you my friend. When I first began contemplating getting a new card back, I asked around before eventually deciding to ask a friend of mine, Sawada, whom I played cards with on occasion, had been to Inazuma for the Irodori festival. He told me that Calx was a monster.
Calx?
You mean, he's a friend of yours?
I see. So, you came to Mondstadt and...
No, that is inaccurate. I came here principally to protect Kale.
You most certainly did not. Kale's been here on the quiet numerous times.
Not only me, same applies to you too.
If my writer friend were here now, I'm sure he would describe this curious coincidence.
Oh, here it comes.
Wait, you mean you're Mr. Calx?
Having my new friends address me by my pen name feels somewhat unusual.
Huh. So you're Calx. Sino's been talking about you non-stop recently. He's intent on...
You didn't have to say all that.
I don't usually take private commissions, but I believe that we are friends now. Our conversations have been deep and interesting. And Sino, your passion...
Obviously.
And given that you've come all this way from Sumeru to see me, I'd be quite honored to take this commission.
Wow, your teacher's so nice. I feel the same about yours. Well, they definitely have different personalities.
So, how much should I budget for the timeless
Surely timeless masterpieces.
Any artwork fit to appear on the reverse of my card decks is by definition a timeless masterpiece.
Don't mind him.
Yeah.
These TCG nut jobs are all like this.
I see. So, this hasn't...
My jokes?
I do.
Really? I didn't see you...
Yeah, well, the joke's ability to induce laughter is...
If I might interrupt, does anyone else smell something strange?
My nutritional meal!
Will it be okay? Should we go over and take a look too?
Only the base is burned. We can still...
Good thing Tainari's nose is so sharp. Has he been in this kind of situation a lot before?
I know, it's just... I'm sorry... Oh, yes. I'm not... Kale seems a little... depressed. I noticed she was in a low mood. Remember that note she received? I was just thinking. I want to try solving this riddle and giving Kale the chance to accept the...
Oh, yeah! She's the one who...
Exactly. Maybe she'll be willing to breathe into my test tube. But anyway, as much as I'd like to make progress in my research, I'd prefer to see her smile.
All right. We'll help out.
You will? Then tell me, honestly, do you...
Uh-huh.
All right, let's meet at the alchemy craft. We're back.
Oh, what a shame. You just missed a joke about when...
Stop, please. I don't need to hear it a fifth time.
That bad, huh? Well, now...
Didn't you say you want to see the Dragon of the East at some point?
Tomorrow morning. And you? What are your plans?
I'll go into the mountains to have a stroll and collect a few plants as samples.
Oh, perhaps I could join you? I'll be looking for inspiration for these card back illustrations.
Found you! I knew I was onto something as soon as I saw the fire.
Wer hat sich gerade eine YouTube-Werbung angeschaut?
Ich.
Wow, you have really sharp eyes.
That's an outrider for you.
Uh-oh. Did we break the fire safety rules or something?
Actually, you didn't. Strictly speaking, you should have reported your plans first. but since two of our very own alchemists are here, I'm happy to... Ah, yes, introductions. I'm Amber, and this is the Reconnaissance Company Captain Eula, a good friend of mine.
Good evening. You are friends of college.
Und ich werde es nicht verstehen, weil ich gleich für das Match wahrscheinlich wieder 150 Minuspunkte kassiere.
Oh, Amber and Eula. The pleasure is ours.
Oh, really?
Aber ich Spiel geschlossen habe. Aber musste ich, weil ich konnte mich nicht mehr bewegen. Ich konnte gar nichts mehr machen.
Of course it was positive.
I'd say.
Nee, ich hab extra irgendwie 1,5 Minuten gewartet. So.
Glad to know we've made a good impression so far. Anyway, we're just here to collect Kale. Come on,
Nee, ich habe gerade nochmal 150 Punkte plus oder so gemacht.
Still as high energy as always.
You know Amber?
Yes, we've met. She's Kale's most important friend.
That's Amber for you. Her outgoing personality means she can make...
It's getting late, and we still have a lot lined up tomorrow.
All right, I'll start packing.
You're gonna get the tone-deaf bard to check out that note, aren't you? Guess knowing him, he should be... We can go corner him and make...
Du willst mir... Oh, dieses Spiel, ne? Wenn ich dich nicht so lieben würde, würde ich dich deinstallieren. Also bei Gott. Das kannst du mir nicht erzählen. Ich habe den lila Rucksack nicht aufgenommen. Also jetzt mal ohne Witz, was ist mit dem Scheißspiel los? Das ist ja bodenlos. Hör auf, mich jetzt an. Ich will meinen scheiß Rucksack jetzt aufnehmen. Fuck mich jetzt nicht an.
Oh, it's been a while. Paimon called it. Tone-deaf bard drink. Put your drink down and get your game face on. We've got some...
okay.
So, what do you make of it?
Aren't you forgetting something? It's the Windbloom Festival right now. You can't just go...
Well, if you won't tell us the answer, could you...
Sounds to me like you want a hint or two. A fine answer. The person who wrote this prophecy is very powerful. If you manage to solve the riddle, good things are sure to happen. Also, I happen to know. Once you've found the 4 things, I'll even write the location down for you. Isn't that...
Whatever. We weren't You can get back to guzzling wine.
Oh, woe is me. Paimon sees me as nothing more than a drunken waste. There are actually a great many things that we bards are required
Jetzt ziehen die
to do.
durch.
It just happens that enjoying life. Once this is over, would you like to join me for a drink? You know, a favor for a favor.
Oh Gott.
Ey, ohne Witz, ich geh echt gleich quitten. Ich geh echt gleich quitten, weil das ist ja bodenlos, Digga. Ja, ping und dann durchziehen. Richtig cool, Digga. Richtig cool. Ich konnte richtig reagieren. Bockt schon wieder richtig, Alter. Such mir jetzt auf Discord Leute, mit denen ich spiele. Habe jetzt keinen Bock mehr drauf. Geh mir nicht auf den Sack.
That doesn't sound like bad news. So what's the...
Paimon ate the... Blame Sino. If it's not funny, then it's his fault.
It's fine. Now, back to the other issue I've been mulling over. I was thinking about the flower that is
Schwule
not of this
Dreckscheiße.
world. It could mean a human-cultivated variety that doesn't occur in nature. So, the initial question is, can the flower's origins be true? But then, supposing we identified something outside of that category...
Whoa, slow down! Paimon...
Okay, I did have one other line of thought as well. What about a flower created using alchemy? Albedo may know the answer, but asking him right away would be like asking the teacher for the answers. It would render our search for the truth meaningless. I'd rather...
Could it be the Windbloom?
Oh, now that you... The Windbloom doesn't refer to a specific flower. Everyone defines what it means for themselves. In which case, the Windbloom doesn't exist in reality. I've made a note. Okay.
Yay! Paimon was actually useful this time! Guess we have that sweet madame to thank, huh?
I'll need some time to prepare. Could we meet up here and say...
Sure thing! In the meantime, we'll also think about the other 3 riddles in the prophecy. But, since we're really going for this now, shouldn't we...
I originally wanted to leave it as a surprise for her. But you're right, Paimon. I'll need to be careful how I word it. But I'll try to find some time over... Alright.
Oh mein Gott. Das hat dann gedauert. Er sagt nicht, dass es das nochmal gibt. Ja. Gott. Oh Gott. Oh Gott, ist das ehrenlos. Oh Gott. Alter, ist das gottlos. Digga! Wie soll man da nachkommen? Oh mein Gott, ich werde jetzt um den Arsch gefickt. Oh Gott.
Favorite this year. A flower that is not of this world. Could that be referring to the real Windbloom?
There have been many poorly written applications lately.
Oh.
I guess. I'll just have to reject them all.
Wenn die jemand benutzt, meinst du? Okay. Ist Mike eigentlich noch da? Ich glaube nicht. Ich bin aber eben noch im Bildschirm drin und mit einem chillt er so. Aber ich weiß jetzt nicht, ob er schon in-game mit dem ist. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, ob der schon den in-game chillt. Okay. Oh, Junge. Ich wollte gerade sagen, was geht da bei Make-up, aber der ist ja gerade auf Mirage, Voyage. Ich dachte gerade auf einmal, wo kommt die Scheißmusik her? Oh mein Gott, ist das gottlos gemacht. Ach, ich spiele das neue Event von Genshin. Das ist so ein mäßiges Pac-Man-Minigame. Und das ist echt gottlos teilweise gemacht. Nee, weil die Viecher halt komplett auf einen zurasen. Gottlos. Was ist das eigentlich? Achso. Ah. Spielst du euch auch gerade Ape 6? Okay. Nice. Wegen. Mhm. Ja. Mhm. Help me, Kurva. Er wollte halt nicht. Er wollte halt einfach sterben.